we have to talk about this PP coin, Pepe. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. This meme coin that's trending. It launched 2-3 weeks ago. It's already up more than 1,000% since inception. What is this? Why should we care?
Pepe is a meme coin. I'm going to quickly just show it to you. It's a meme coin. Pepe
It's got a picture of a frog.
Pepe has done over 1,000x returns for its shareholders. Pepe is now trading at all-time highs. What is Pepe? It is a meme coin. It is nothing but a coin with heart and soul. It is a coin where people identify with a green frog and want to be part of the community. And they hope that one day this might be the money of the new generation, which is garbage. Now let me tell you the real story about Pepe, because that's effectively, if someone was saying to me, what is Pepe? That is what I would say. But now let me tell you what the real story about Pepe is.
Okay.
The people in crypto are degen people. They're degenerates. They're gambling degenerates. That's why they come into crypto. They come here because the prices in crypto go up and down very, very, very quickly. And they love the rush and they love the thrill. It's like going to a casino. The problem is that when you go to a casino, you always feel guilty, right? Like you walk into a casino, you know, it's like you're sinning and you can do it very little, but you can't go into a casino a lot because it's the wrong thing to do. Now, we have a casino too. It's called crypto. The only thing, the difference between being in Vegas and being in crypto is that you can justify that you are investing. What are you doing? I'm investing. Okay, cool. That's cool. You're investing in Ethereum. I kind of understand because you're investing in the backbone of potentially the new decentralized internet. If you're investing in Bitcoin, I kind of understand it because you're investing in potentially the new store of value and the new store of money. But what happens when those two things aren't moving fast enough to give you the dopamine hit? What happens when you've been in a bear market for 500 days and you haven't had your dopamine hit? I'll tell you. People create meme coins. And a meme coin is exactly that. It's a coin that has no use case other than being a meme. And so what you do is you buy it, hoping that others will start buying it for you. And what we've seen in the last couple of days is over 1,000 meme coins have been launched on Ethereum. All of them with zero use case. It's like, Dave, I say to you, it's like I give you something, I say, it's got zero use case other than the fact that you're going to share a common idea with these communities.
How did this start? I mean, you start a meme coin, but people have to buy it, right? How do people like? How is this marketed?
I buy it. I tell you to buy it. We start telling all our friends to buy it. It starts going up. Number go up. People go, oh, I'm missing out. They get this FOMO. They start buying it, and it goes up.
And then shows like this talk about it, and then okay, I get it. Yeah,
David, I have to be blunt with you. So my whole office here is a bunch of degens. We're a bunch of crypto traders. That's what we are. Crypto researchers, crypto analysts.
I respect that.
Our research group is unusable at the moment because it is just full of meme coins. Whether it's Wojak, Pepe, Bob, Elon, Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Babies, all my guys are trading here is meme coins. Now, at one point, I actually wanted to say, guys, there is no more trading of meme coins here. Like, we cannot run a business if everybody in this office is just trading illiquid meme coins. These meme coins start with a market cap of $50,000 and $100,000. And therefore, when you buy for $10,000, you drive the price up a lot and you double and triple the market cap. Problem is that every now and then you get a Pepe, and Pepe's got a market cap of $676 million at the moment. This is a coin that does nothing, zero, other than the fact that it has 83,930 holders in a certain amount of days, in about 20 days. And so people are going, wow, there's a lot of people that have adopted this coin that by its own admission does nothing. And so now my analysts are making me spreadsheets that look like this with all the meme coins on them. And they're showing me how quickly they've been growing. So for example, if you look at Pepe's 16 days old when we did this, and it had 74,000 holders. And 2 days later, it's got 83,000 holders. So it's being more highly adopted, which is getting more FOMO more quickly. And so my research team, which I think is one of the best research team in crypto, this is the research they've resorted to doing, is the adoption of meme coins. Now, On the one hand, I wanted to put a stop to it, but on the other hand, I was saying to myself, hold on. If this is what the market wants, if this is the theme, we have, while the music is playing, you have to dance. And
tell us one thing your research team has found about these meme coins that you didn't know before that you found interesting.
The speed of adoption of Pepe. I mean, it was crazy. It got fourth. I remember I bought my first Pepe when it had 4,000 holders, and it was trading at a market cap of about $5 million, somewhere around there. And I sold it because once I'd made 3 times my money, it was enough. But if I would have held it, I would have made 100 times my money. And that's what these guys are doing. If you go look at crypto and you go look at crypto Twitter or crypto Telegram, it has become a casino for meme coins. You know what? Let's have some fun. While we're here, let's have some fun. I'm going to quickly just share my screen again. I'm going to go to my Twitter. I'm going to open my Twitter. Okay. Brand new Twitter page. I'm going to open a brand new Twitter page. Yep. And I'm going to scroll down and let's see how quickly we find a meme coin. Okay, let's see how quickly we find meme coins. And please don't let me down here because here we go. My slice is ready. There's a pizza meme coin. I mean, it's the 4th post on my timeline. Is a pizza meme coin. My whole timeline today has been full of meme coins. It's here. Let me just quickly go.
Twitter's algorithm knows what you like, Ron. That's what it is.
It's not that. It's everybody in crypto is just talking about meme coins at the moment. And as I say, it's going to collapse. No doubt about it. I've seen this before. They all do. But 1 or 2 of them will actually survive. Like Dogecoin actually survived and Shiba actually survived. And they may be able to make something out of it. But 99.99999% are going to crash.
And this is because you said because Bitcoin and the other the more dominant altcoins besides Bitcoin, it's been relatively flat. And so people need a rush somewhere else. So once Bitcoin starts to actually go up again, this is going to disappear?
Yes, as long as these meme coins don't get too big. And I'll tell you why. Because it's all fun and games when these things have a low market cap and they go from 0 to $50 million and then they collapse. That's cool. If we get one that gets to $1 billion or $2 billion market cap, and by the way, Pepe is not that far from it. It's about 676 million in market cap. And all of a sudden, people realize that Pepe has no value and it collapses. You're going to wipe $1 billion off this market in minutes. Okay, so to me, the truth is, the sooner these things collapse, the better, because we don't want it to create greater market contagion. Every single day, and I actually want to show you something. Every single day, more and more people are getting drawn into the meme coin hype. I'll show you something very interesting. Raoul Pal, very, very, very respected investor in crypto. I picked up this tweet today that said, oh, okay, I give in. How the hell do I buy Turbo? I'm such a Neanderthal. And now he's looking for a way. Now, talking about Raoul Pal. Raoul Pal is, I'd say, one of the more respected investors in the space. He's been lured into meme coins. Where's he going to get his meme coin money from? He's not going to bring in fresh dollars. He's going to sell some Bitcoin or sell some Ethereum to buy meme coins. And so, that's where we're at. And this cycle.
I'm still seeing things on social media that Bitcoin is a Ponzi and it has no value. There's always going to be people who think that. We respect all walks of life, all opinions. But if someone were to say to you, Bitcoin is just like Pepe, just a bunch of people buying it, no utility, no underlying value whatsoever, how would you respond?
Very different. Bitcoin is secured by the biggest computing network in the world. Number one, Bitcoin is completely decentralized. Pepe is created by a bunch of developers. Bitcoin has a fixed inflation schedule, which everybody knows, which is algorithmically programmed. Pepe doesn't. You're talking about all these things that Pepe is I was going to do a show this week and my team cautioned me against doing it. I'll tell you very, very, you can mint your own meme coin in 5 minutes. Literally, you could mint your own meme coin in 5 minutes. There are programs that allow you to do it. So I told my community that I was going to teach them how to mint meme coins in 5 minutes and show them how simple it is. And my analysts and my compliance guys came in and said, don't do it. And I said, why not? And they said, because people are going to watch this and then they're going to create their own meme coins and then they're going to create these rug pools, which, by the way, we had a rug pool today, which a bunch of people created a meme coin. As soon as it got traction, they dumped all their coins onto the community and they left. End of meme coin. End of meme coin. So This is a very, I'm watching this and I'm really, really, really unhappy about it, except for one thing. And most people miss this. In fact, three things. Let me tell you three things about meme coins.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay. The first thing is, what you will know about Ethereum is that Ethereum has become deflationary. When they mean deflationary, there was a protocol called EIP 1559, which what it did was it said, with every ETH transaction, you should destroy a certain amount of ETH, which makes ETH actually deflationary, right? The more people transact with meme coins, the more deflationary Ethereum becomes. Have a look here. So I'm going to just refresh this thing. It's called Ultrasound Money. What it shows is that ETH is becoming deflationary. Now, one of the big reasons why ETH is becoming deflationary is because people are trading meme coins, and therefore the ETH network is being more used, and therefore ETH is becoming deflationary. That's the first reason why I think meme coins are actually good. The second reason why I think that meme coins are actually good is because there's a thing called Ethereum layer 2s. Ethereum layer 2s were created because Ethereum can't scale, and because Ethereum transactions become very expensive when the network becomes busy. Now, these layer 2s greatly benefit because of the shenanigans that are happening on the ETH network. Then lastly, and most importantly, a lot of people come into crypto for the money and then fall in love with the technology. In fact, I know a lot of people that came in because of Dogecoin, because they just made huge returns on Dogecoin back in the day. And that's when they became interested in crypto. And that's when they started to learn about the beautiful things about Bitcoin and Ethereum, which were the better ones. And so I think that these meme coins are actually doing a great marketing job, bringing the interest of people into crypto, bringing people we ordinarily wouldn't have had to come into our casino and learn and try and make life-changing wealth. And while they're here, we actually give them a tour and show them how amazing the technology actually is. And then they become Bitcoin maximalists and love the technology.
All right. Final part of our conversation, and we'll end it here. This goes into the role of media. I mean, what has media now become? It's an avenue to promote meme coins. Like, what is the purpose of you and I guess everyone else? What's your long-term kind of vision for not only your channel, but where the media space overall is headed? And you've got a lot of experience in media. You were previously at CNBC. For those of us watching who don't know you. And then you launched your own company, and then Crypto Banter. So yeah, tell us.
So let me go through this. I was never at CNBC. I just created the world's first televised cryptocurrency show, and I aired it on CNBC. And in that, I had to learn about how CNBC works and how they report their news. I mean, I spend my days every day at CNBC and learned how CNBC works, etc. And that got me very interested in the news business. And I realized that the way that CNBC reported on news, and all the other channels as well, is very journalistic in their ways, very biased in their ways, and definitely didn't want to piss off any of the sponsors because that's the lifeblood of the station. And then it becomes a very biased media terrain. Also, specifically for me, I felt that there was no connection between the outlets and their communities. So, like, when was the last time you heard the term CNBC community or CNN community or NBC community? There's no such thing, because they are programmed to be behind the camera and disconnected from the audience and to ask the right questions. And I just couldn't operate in that kind of environment. I believe in community. I believe in citizen-led journalism without political manipulation or motivation. And I believe in speaking my mind and building relationships with my community. And I think that you believe the same. And so there's this whole movement around citizen-led journalism.
Yeah, what is that? I've been hearing that term pop up. Can you define that for us?
It is journalism, which is by the people, for the people, without any type of political manipulation, interference from interested parties, etc. And I think the ultimate in citizen journalism is Twitter Spaces. When Elon Musk took over Twitter, he changed the game. And if you've been listening to the Twitter Spaces that we've been doing, or that Mario Norfol's been doing, and I think we've invited you to one or two of our Twitter Spaces, That's really a platform where anybody can get up and talk about what's happening in the news. And very often, the media channels, the big media channel, the Washington Post, the New York Times, all those traditional big media channels are actually getting their news from stuff that is reported on the Twitter Spaces. And so that's real journalism for me. And I think that that's what you and I are doing, because we're citizen journalists. We invite people onto our platforms to tell the story the way it is. And I don't know about you, but certainly I believe that you and I don't have any loyalties to any kind of bosses / funders / anyone that has anything like that. And I think that's the step for me of citizen journalism. And I think it's much nicer to watch. I think we both have communities, people that are very loyal to us as a result. And I think it's much more authentic. Like when I watch
this is something that I'm sorry, please continue.
I say when I watch you and when I watch my other favorite YouTubers, I watch them because I feel really connected to them. And when I watch CNBC, I don't feel connected to them in any way or form whatsoever. I just listen to them just to understand what their view of what's happening in the market is.
And I think this is something that, you know, every journalist is thinking about if they're working for themselves, like you know, is how you position yourself such that you're relevant under the shadow of these bigger traditional media companies, CNN, Fox News. How do you compete with a legacy of decades, with a brand reputation that millions already know, and with resources that perhaps you and I don't have? How do you differentiate yourself besides building a community?
I'll answer all of those. The first thing is I think that they've been their own worst enemy for many, many years. And as a result, people are starting to realize that, you know, the way that they reported things hasn't been accurate. I think that COVID was a very, very, very big, it showed a lot about, you know, left-leaning organizations, right-leaning organizations, versus neutral organizations and misreporting. So I think that was the big aha moment for most people, that they can't trust the media. In terms of how we compete, we are already competing. Like we sometimes get views on YouTube and on our spaces, which are higher than the networks get with all their power and all their clout. We sometimes get more views than they get on their channels. Now, the last one that you mentioned is resource. And, you know, I think we can both agree that this production that we're having right now is not as high production quality as some of the stuff that you'd get on CNN or CNBC or NBC with huge production rooms. But I guarantee you that people feel more connected to us than they do to the hosts on those channels. They feel more relatable to us. I know that we have what we call the Banter fam, which is our community of over 1 million people. And they are religious about banter. Like when I fly overseas, I get picked up in private jets and I get picked up in Porsches and Ferraris. I get put in free accommodation from people who are just part of the fam and want to meet us. Now, I don't know if anybody from traditional media gets treated like that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. So let's go back to resources. The best resource that I found is actually our community. 95% of the people that work in my office are people from our community that joined us for free and landed up adding so much value that we actually had to start paying them. And the same thing goes, I'm sure, for your community. You've got a great following and a huge bunch of people that really, really, really like you and that followed you. I mean, testament that is how quickly your followers followed you from Kitco to make you one of the fastest growing stations that I've seen on YouTube. And I think you'll be surprised at how much resource your own community has. You know, we have a Banter research group. On the research group, there's about 50 people. Every single one of them is an unpaid member of the community. Or not every single one. By now there's probably 10 paid members. But the other 40 members are unpaid members of the community. And they just feel like they're making a difference and they are part of us and they are part of the movement. And so they sit up all night doing research and posting research on the group for free. Okay, they're not asking for anything in return. Our moderators on our Telegram group, on our Discord, on our social media platforms, on our YouTube, every single one of them is unpaid. We don't have a single paid moderator. Every single one of them is a community member. On our school, we have mentors, people that mentor. We go to school. Our school takes 5,000 students at a time. You need a cohort of mentors to actually help these people in our crypto school. And every single one of them is an unpaid mediator. We've never had a discussion about paying our mediators. So I think when it comes to funding and resources, don't underestimate the power of our community and your community, and don't be scared to tap into it, because we found that the more we tapped into our community, the more loyal they became to us, because they felt that this was their station, and that ultimately we were stewards, we were servant leaders to the people of our community. And the more we did that, the more our community, the more loyal our community is, and the more our community continued to grow. And Dave, I've been watching your growth, and I think don't underestimate the amount of resource, that the amount of people that would gladly do research for you in a very organized manner and probably wouldn't ask you for anything in return other than being credited or just feeling like they're part of your growth and part of your success.
Well, yeah, that's an excellent point. If you're watching this now, join Ron's community. Go subscribe to his channel. I'll put a link down below. And yeah, I mean, reach out to me, reach out to Ron if you have any ideas. Growing a community, absolutely 100% agree with you there. That's one of the objectives of my channel as well, is to bring together. And I see in the comments of my videos, and I'm sure with yours as well, is that the people watching these shows are smart people. They're smart people who want to become smarter, and they're here to learn. And so let's build a community and help each other learn. Yeah,
I think that's way more powerful than any money that any big organization can give to journalists, is the strength of our community. And like, I can't explain to you the number of stories that I get from the community, the amount of research. 80% of the content that we do on our shows comes to us for free from our community. It's the best tool that we have, and ultimately that's the difference between traditional media and what we're doing. We're community led. You're community led. You have a huge community. I've seen the comments in your YouTube about how much people back you, trust you, and love you. You've got to harness that. And once we realized that we should harness the power of our community, everything else became simple.
I have one final question for you, and I'll let you go, Ron. I know you've been very generous with your time, and you're in South Africa. But what is the fastest growing platform media for media, do you think? Is YouTube going to be relevant 10, 20 years from now, or is another video platform going to take over?
I think that today, as a content creator like you, if I wasn't interested in money at all, in other words, if I wasn't trying to monetize it, which unfortunately my reality is that I am trying to monetize the business because I need 65 people working here, I would be 100% of my time on Twitter Spaces. Now, I'll tell you why. Twitter Spaces is about free speech. Twitter is the most used platform in terms of engagement. Twitter Spaces allows for the ability to bring 10 people up onto stage to join in on the discussion, which is moderated. And I think that's the future of media. It's this town square where people actually want to listen to for breaking news. And that's why Mario Norfol's having such an amazing time. The problem with Twitter Spaces is that right now there's no way to monetize it. So there's no way to pay the bills. Like here, at least on YouTube, you get a little bit of money from YouTube, you get a little bit more from sponsors and affiliates. There's no way to monetize Twitter Spaces.
You don't feel like there's also a double-edged sword with that? Like, let's say you're a moderator of your own space, and you invite some guests, and he says some stupid, offensive stuff, and then you lose half your audience. I mean, how do you have to?
I don't think you will. I think the audience become more interested because it's a place where we can really get both views. The people I've been watching Twitter Spaces quite a lot. The people that listen to Twitter Spaces are the same people all the time, and they listen to it for 8 or 9 hours a day. It's addictive, because it's arguments all the time. It's information all the time. To me, that's the best. It's the best media platform. And I'll tell you another story. When we started Banter was supposed to be 24/7, 365 crypto talk radio. That's what it was supposed to be. Crypto talk radio. It was exactly what Twitter Spaces is today, but only in crypto. The problem is that at the time, the technology didn't exist, and we couldn't find a way to get people internationally to call into a studio. And so when we launched it on YouTube, and then we became a YouTube station. But if I could relaunch and I could find a way to monetize Twitter Spaces, I wouldn't spend 1 minute on YouTube. I'd just spend all my time on Twitter Spaces, because I think it's a much more progressive kind of platform. And so, the other realities, we're 65 people. We have a legacy business. We have a very, very, very big, solid business on YouTube. But we are currently pivoting into Twitter Spaces. Like our 3-year roadmap is that our Twitter Spaces business must be bigger than our YouTube business.
Okay. Well, lots to digest there. Thank you, Ron. Thank you for spending the time to talk to my community, the David Lynn Report. And of course, tell us where we can follow your work besides your Twitter space. You've got a big YouTube channel, Crypto Banter. Do you have a newsletter?
Yep. There's a link below. Just click on the channel, subscribe to our channel. On my Twitter, I'm at CryptoManRan. You can follow me on Twitter. That's pretty much where you'd get most of it. Dave, I must say it's been a great honor being one of your first couple of months guests.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wish you all the success. I'm going to be rooting for you and I'm going to be helping you as much as I can because I actually really want you to succeed. I've been following your career and I actually really, really, really want you to succeed, my man. I really want you to
I really appreciate it. I always look up to these bigger YouTubers and money or no money. I enjoyed our chat. So thank you for being here.
Great, Dave. Thanks very much, man.
And thank you for watching this episode. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe.